ready?
Yeah,
Okay, well, disappointing loss for our football team. Not the way you want to end the season. So I give credit to University of Southern California. They came ready to play. They made more plays than we did, and they won the football game. So I just think that it wasn't one of our better games on defense. I think some things were obvious. The secondary wasn't one of our better games, and we got exposed there, and that hurt us. We weren't able to put enough pressure on the quarterback, and when we did, he found ways a couple times to scramble and make plays, and we didn't get our head around on some balls that we need to. We work it every day, so I guess we got to make sure we work it more. Offensively, we take the first drive down, and then we fumble the next series, unfortunately, very first play, and then we get a punt blocked, I think, the next series, and the momentum shifted quickly. Our guys played hard to the end. We have a crossing route wide open for a walk-in touchdown to cut the game to 7 there in the fourth quarter, and didn't make it work. So it's disappointing, but that's football. So you got to be able to learn from the mistakes we made as coaches and as players, and figure out if we want to put in the work in the off season to come back hungrier than ever, knowing all the work that it takes to win.
Hey, Jeff, in the back, Tyler Griever with WDRB. I saw Jack hit his hand early in the game. Did that impact play calling at all for you guys in terms of if you could throw downfield or anything like that, or have any impact at all? Injury?
Well, talking to the doctors and Jack, he was able to go and play, and we were running the ball with success. I think once they got the lead, they started to really soften the coverage and keep a lot of guys back, and we needed to run the ball. Like I said, we had some chances there in the second half to convert, and didn't make it work. But it just wasn't one of our better days. And I think as a team, defensively, offensively, special teams, we got beaten all 3 segments, and that's how you lose the game.
Jeff, you did get that punt blocked, and you were having success running the ball. Did you have any consideration to maybe change and maybe take more shots downfield after that, chasing points, or was it just stick to the game plan right there?
Well, we took a shot the first play and didn't convert, and then the first play of the second drive, we were taking another shot down the field and fumbled. So you gotta be smart, and I just think that. We had some drives going that we just needed to maybe do a little bit faster, and obviously the touchdown at the end would have helped us to get right back in it and get a stop, and then you got a chance. So I think you got to do what's working as much as you can and get points, and it just wasn't. All 3 segments didn't play the way they needed to play, and when that's not happening, you're not going to win.
Brohm, Louisville Courier-Journal. Jeff, how far off do you feel like you are in terms of building the depth in the program that you'd like to have?
Well, anytime you lose, you got to look at things, and you don't want to overreact. These 4 guys sitting up here with me right now all played great for us all year long. Was everything perfect all the time? No, but they gave great effort. They helped us win a lot of football games. They worked really hard. They were good leaders, so we appreciate all the work they put in. And then really it's about, the guys that are coming back. How bad do you really want to win? And do you really understand what it takes to win at a high level against elite football teams, powerhouse football teams, brand football teams, and do it consistently? And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work from me, from our coaches, from all of our players. It has to be every player's goal individually be the very best player at their position in the country. And that has to be their goal. And that has to be their mindset. They got to be willing to put the work in to get it done. So whether they got bigger in the weight room, stronger, faster, study more, catch more balls, work on your get off, defend more balls, you got to do it. And I just think, sometimes when you lose, you can either use it to kickstart you to say, I got to get committed at this, or you don't. But I do think we have enough young players on the team that want to win and want to do well, and our coaches need to be committed to being there year-round, early, late, whatever it takes to help. And we got to put the best plan together as well and realize things that didn't work aren't always the players' fault. It's our fault. So it just takes a lot of work. And, yeah, we're sitting at 10-1, feeling pretty good about ourselves, and then we kind of just let things slip at the end. And that's disappointing. But all three segments needed to play better for us to win, and we didn't get that done.
Jeff, Michael McCammon, Cardinal Authority. One piece that did work was Isaac tonight. Can you just talk about his performance tonight? I mean, a guy was getting banged up, every time he touched the ball, but still kept pushing for big runs.
Well, Isaac did a great job, and I think, when Jawar got hurt midway through this season, we were able to play him more, and he really took off. I mean, he runs physical, he runs downhill, he's got good hands. When he gets in the open field, he's got good speed. He did a great job today for us, and I just think that he's extremely talented, and he really flourished in our offense and was a big component to helping us score points and do some good things. So, and he put in a lot of hard work. That's one person that has put in the work, and even though he wouldn't get the reps early on, he stayed working, and he definitely did his part.
That's one for Jeff.
I think it's on. Jeff Lex Cubic, Louisville Courier-Journal. You mentioned just the matchups there with the secondary. I guess, was it you feel like you guys were just a step behind, or what was, I guess, those matchups like with the DBs and the wide receivers?
Well, you know what? Our secondaries played well all year long for the most part, and they had a couple matchups of fast players on our safeties, and it just wasn't one of our better days. And a lot of those guys have played well all year long. Today wasn't their best day, but I'm still proud of the effort they gave us all year. It just was one of those days that they made plays, and I just think that there's a lot to learn from it. How can we as coaches help put them in a better position? Needs to be researched and watched because it was disappointing that we gave up that many big plays. That was not like our defense all year. And while I give USC a lot of credit, there were a lot of little things I think we could have done better that could have helped us.
Any questions for the player? Okay, guys. You got one in the back? Yeah.
This one's for Quincy and Jalen. What did you guys see that maybe you were having problems in terms of coverage with their receivers, either getting behind or some of the big plays that happened tonight?
I just feel like we're in a great position as defenders, but the receivers made great plays.
As far as us making plays, I just feel like they made more one-on-one plays than we did. That's just point blank bottom line of it.
In the back, Dominic Yates, WLKY in Louisville. This is for you, Isaac. I guess how much, kind of as Coach Brohm kind of mentioned, how much is the way the season ended just fuel for a lot of the guys coming back to try to build on this and try not to, like you say, let this sour taste in your mouth happen next year?
Obviously, when you end these last few games like that, I mean, you're gonna automatically gain fuel going into next season. But it's really about using it, but still keeping your head up. We still played a heck of a season. If you would have told us that we're gonna have a 10-win season at the beginning of the season, I'm sure a lot of guys would have been pretty happy with that. But obviously use this as fuel, and make sure we're continuing to prepare, and then use this off season to get better.
Two more questions.
This question is for Jack. You can't see me, but I was just wondering how much you were affected. How did that pinky injury affect your ability to throw?
Definitely, my pinky got dislocated and had to get it popped back in place, and then had to tape it up so it wouldn't pop out again. And honestly, it felt pretty good throwing the ball. It didn't affect me a ton. It just kind of battling through a little bit of pain. But as far as throwing the ball, it did not. I don't think it affected my accuracy or spirals or distance or anything. So I felt pretty good.
Rick Bozich, WDRB in Louisville. That's more touchdown passes than anybody put on you guys all year. What were they doing that you guys are having so much trouble defending?
They wasn't doing nothing special. They just caught the ball for real. Like, they just beat us one-on-one. Each time they had a chance, they made the play. We didn't.
Anybody else? The players, one in the back. That's it.
Jack, how do you guys try to process this season when you're 10-1? A lot of people think you overachieved winning 10 games and then lose 3 straight to end it. How tough is it to balance that, I guess?
I haven't really thought about it a ton. I just try to go out and do my job every day and, put in the work every single day to help the team win the next game. And, we did go 10-1 and had opportunity to beat our rival at home, and we didn't do that, and then had an opportunity to be ACC champs and came up short then, and I think we definitely could have won this game as well. So it's definitely a tough way to end the season, a tough way for a lot of our seniors to go out playing their last couple of games, but it is what it is, and we can't change it. We can't go back and time travel. So, we're going to have to learn to deal with it. And, for the guys coming back, it's going to have to fuel them to get better in the off season and motivate them. And for the guys moving on, they're going to have to learn how to cope with that.
Gentlemen, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.